is now being recorded.
Hi, and welcome to Scare Tissue today. Today's guest has worked with stars like Jim Carrey, Bette Midler, Sigourney Weaver, and now Donald Glover. His father was a race car driver, and he is most chillingly known as the killer in the movie Copycat. Promoting his new film, Day of the Mummy, please welcome William McNamara. Welcome, William.
Hi, how are you? And by the way, I think it's Danny Glover, not Donnie. I think it's Danny Glover.
Oh, I wrote that down. I was doing this quickly. I apologize. I just got a message about this interview, and I was trying to do it really quickly.
No problem.
Thank you. Well, you got started out acting at a very young age. Right out of the gates, you worked with Corey Feldman, Corey Haim, and a very young Jim Carrey. Were you starstruck at first?
Well, the first big movie I did the first after-school special I did. I grew up in New York City, and I worked with James Earl Jones, and that to me, like my first thing I ever to do. That to me was a big deal. So I was starstruck with James Earl Jones, could barely even talk around him, was very nervous. Then later on, like my second or third movie, I was Stealing Home. I worked with Jodie Foster. Same thing, very nervous, had a hard time, Yeah, so yes, I guess I was starstruck. Yes, to answer your question, definitely.
Now, did you know that Jim Carrey was going to blow up just a couple years after you were in doing Time at Maple Drive?
I actually, I predicted it because I got to know him pretty well, and I sort of witnessed the discipline of what the guy would do every day. And I said to my girlfriend at the time, I said, this guy is going to be a megastar. I guarantee it. He is so focused and disciplined on practicing his craft. 6-7 hours every day. I just said, if I did that, I would be Tom Cruise today. I wish I could. It was, but you always think, oh, it'll come easy to me. But it doesn't come easy. You got to work like Jim Carrey, and look where it took him.
Mm-hmm. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to need to talk about Copycat here. This film was one of my favorite films as a teenager. It featured you as a serial killer recreating famous murders at the behest of Harry Connick Jr. Film stars Sigourney Weaver and Holly Hunter. I haven't seen this one in years, but I remember it fondly. I don't mean to go all Chris Farley on you, but that was a cool movie.
Okay.
It was just a great concept, and I really like it. You really had to be a chameleon in the role.
Right. Be a chameleon. Exactly. And it's funny because I hired this big publicist, paid her a lot of money, and every time she got me like a big gig for Copycat, the studio, Warner Brothers, would kill it because they didn't, they didn't want anybody to know that I was the killer. So it kind of, I spent, several $1,000s and didn't get any PR, television PR, get, magazine stuff, but because they really wanted me to be they didn't want me to be recognized in the beginning of the movie.
That's actually a very interesting story. I didn't realize. So when were you allowed to do interviews regarding it? Did you have to wait until after VHS was out or anything?
No, just a couple of weeks afterwards. But you really want to, the excitement and the fun and the time you get the most interest is prior to the movie coming out. So it wasn't as easy. And I got I can't remember one of the big talk shows. I can't remember which one it was. It might have been what's his name, who's the big guy now. But anyway, I got one of the big talk shows, and then Warner Brothers killed it. They called them and said, nope, not going to happen.
Oh, wow. Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about Day of the Mummy?
Yeah, Day of the Mummy was a lot of fun, a whole different perspective in that my character is the eyes of the movie. Basically, kind of like a Google Glasses type idea, and I'm kind of working for Danny Glover's character, and he's monitoring the whole thing via my camera inside my glasses. So you're up front and center for the horror fest.
Oh, wow. I actually had it queued up to watch tonight, so I'm pretty excited for it. What was funny was when I saw the press release to it, the first thing all I could think of was Danny sitting there talking to a mummy and just saying, I'm too old for this shit, and the mummy saying it right back to him.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So we really kind of focus on that kind of brings quite the perspective to the found footage genre. Does it go into more of does it go into movie, or is it all found footage?
No, it's definitely not all found footage. I mean, a lot of it is, yes, the style, of my POV. But again, and it's interesting, early in my career, I did a movie in Italy for a very famous Italian horror filmmaker. His name was Dario Argento. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Opera.
But he's very big. Yeah, opera, exactly. And he did the same thing. The main character, the POV was, and they had a wig on it and everything. The POV was a Steadicam. And it's very unnerving. It's actually it really sucks you right into the character and into the story. I mean, you're right in the middle of the story. The audience is right in the middle of the story. And the same is true for Day of the Mummy.
Now, did you have to wear the glasses the whole time, or did they have a stand-in and you did a voiceover?
They used to stand in a bunch, and I did voiceover, and then I did a lot of, all the on-camera stuff. It's not the found footage, obviously, is me. But then they had a stand-in, and mostly, really, the camera is me.
Huh. So what are you working on here in the future, coming up?
Well, I just, let's see. Well, the big thing that I'm excited about, this just happened last week. I did finally get the financing for my project. It's an independent film, $1.2 million we got, and we're shooting that in February. And it's a comedy, but a dark comedy. It's called The Trouble with Billy. It's all the sort of the dark side of it. It's the anti-Entourage, put it that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then
definitely have to check that out.
Yeah, it's a good one. And then tomorrow, which I've got to start working on right now, is I'm starting a movie. In fact, I got to look for this. Starting a movie tomorrow. It's a flavor unit. And by the way, it's so fun. The reason why I got the movie is because the executive producer on my movie is Queen Latifah and her production company, Flavor Unit. And so I'm doing a movie for her company right now, starting tomorrow, that they just offered me. So yeah.
Well, congratulations. Where can we check you out on social media? Is it all the Facebook, Twitter, and all that other stuff?
Oh, yeah. Just type in William McNamara on Facebook or type in William McNamara on Twitter. I think I have about 50,000 followers on Twitter. Not that much, but not bad. And
I
then
just followed you today.
Yep. Facebook is William McNamara, and then I also have a Facebook page for the movie, The Trouble with Billy. It's just facebook.com/The Trouble with Billy. There's a lot of info on that.
Very good. Do you have a blog as well?
I do, and some guy used to run it for me, and it's a WordPress blog, and I never spend any time on it, so nothing's on there. I don't think that I know of.
All right. Well, very good. Well, it was very nice talking to you today, and looking forward to Day of the Mummy tonight. Check it out on DVDs out today.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.